Hey, it's the Deaf Man from Deaf Man Vinyl with a tip for protecting your stylus while making your record sound better. So a lot of us run a brush or a pad over our records before playing them, so always a good idea. But a step you should never skip is cleaning your stylus. Of course, some of us call it a stylus, others call it a needle, same thing. So why clean your stylus? Well, because no matter how well you clean your record, there's gonna be some dust and fluff down in the grooves. You know, paper fibers from an old inner sleeve, dust in the air, you get the picture. As the stylus works its way through the grooves, it starts picking up and it starts riding on this cushion of fluff. So as you remember from our earlier videos, anything that comes between the stylus and all those bumps and valleys down in the groove is just going to affect playback. So think of it like trying to read Braille if you had a Band-Aid wrapped around your finger. You might feel the bumps, but it would be very dull. And that's what happens when there's gunk on the end of the stylus. Playback sounds muddy and garbled. So all you need is a stylus brush, which typically straddles a fine line between being stiff enough to clean your stylus, but soft enough not to damage anything. So there are a couple different styles that we stock at deafmanvinyl.com. The trick is always to brush from the back to the front. And that's because the needle is riding on a thin piece of material called the cantilever. It's usually made out of aluminum or fiber, and it's very easy to bend it backwards or even snap it off entirely if you're going against the grain by brushing front to back. So most of these kits come with a stylus cleaning solution, typically some sort of solvent-based fluid. And you got to remember, the stylus is down there tight in these grooves, and it's spinning around at 33 1/3 revolutions per minute. It's literally generating friction and some degree of heat, which can actually kind of bake grime onto your stylus. It kind of gets a glaze of funk on them from oily fingerprints and things like that. So you need to deglaze it. So you just brush on some of this cleaning solution, let it dry, and you're ready to rock. I do that every couple of weeks or even sooner if I'm playing a lot of beater records. And I always brush my stylus before each side of a record. So there you have it, a super simple but super important step for protecting your stylus and making those records sound great. As always, thanks for joining us. Be sure to subscribe for more great videos on record care, cleaning, and enjoying your vinyl. And as always, this is the Deaf Man saying, keep 'em spinning.